All right, good afternoon and welcome to today's market color recap session. During the course of this morning, we did a very detailed analysis on commodity currencies and indices, basically highlighting certain level points that we're watching to see what price would do when it does eventually, get into those levels. Okay, sorry about that brief break. But yes, we marked out certain level points. We're watching out for to see what price will do around those level points. And this particular session is just a brief recap to see if price has now respected those levels. For example, look at NZUSD. We were expecting temporary sell-offs of NZUSD, and we stated for NZUSD and AUDUSD saying that if we see certain confirmations, we're willing to take short sell opportunities that will sell into the most preferred buy levels. So basically, a sell to buy. And you can see NZUSD has broken through the zone, which we marked out a previous resistance, basically yesterday's high, and retested and is starting to sell. So we're going to see NZUSD, all things being equal, we should sell into 0.57460. This could now be a buy opportunity. Again, if you happen to miss this morning's session, please go back to watch the recap so you'll see how we came about these different levels. So now NZUSD, my bias has still not changed. I'm looking at a sell rather, into this zone to buy, and if these zones get violated or this, then the next support level is going to hold. And if all of the support levels on M5 does not hold, then look at the other POIs on each one, 0.56951 and 0.56714. Same thing for AUUSD on the H4 time frame, temporal sell-off, you can see the markup. It is also currently reacting from a previous resistance level, sunshine printed, extra confidence. So a sell to buy opportunities we're watching out for, and these are the points of interest on the H1 time frame that we marked out: 0.65603, 0.65141, and 0.65063. These are now the 5-minute time frame points of interest that we are watching out for, looking to sell into the zones. If they get violated, we see more sell opportunities, but if they start to hold, we take profit from the sell reversal and look for confirmations to buy. Okay, and then for USD card, H1 time frame, sunshine has also been printed. We said we're going to see temporary sales and price should, let's go to H4 rather. Okay, so H4 time frame, this is sunshine that was printed. This buy was expected, traded into this particular zone and reacted from it. So we said, all things being equal, we should see more push of USD card into these points of interest. You can see it has already reversed. So first point of interest is 1.39794, 1.40305, and 1.40366. We're saying return into the zone so we can continue to look for sell opportunities, which now basically means we're looking at temporal buy opportunities for USD card, except this level holds. If it doesn't hold, there will be more buy opportunities moving into the next higher time frame point of interest. And then we marked out other points of interest on M5, just like we did on AU and NZUSD, POI1, POI2, 3, and 4. So let's see what happens with these asset classes. Well, at this junction, you can ask me any question that you have, and I'm going to answer them before we move into the next half that I'll be covering our recap on indices. Amazing. All right, perfect. Thank you so much for joining. We'll go on a very, very short break to reconvene and call this recap session call it a short or a close rather, to reconvene tomorrow. So don't go anywhere though. We'll be back in a few minutes. Cheers and God bless.
And welcome back. Welcome back to the market color session with Demola Global. We'll be looking at the US market, the US 30, NAS 100, and also S&P 500. And to spot opportunities we are going to have in that market, I'll be sharing my screen very briefly. All right, as you can see on the chart, let me share my screen. All right, as you can see on this chart, I have this area mapped out this morning, around 47,612.36 price mark, expecting price to tap into this level and then we'll see a continuation to the upside. That is what I'm looking out for this morning. Like I mentioned also during uh our analysis earlier this morning. All right. So that is one area I'm looking at. The second one is, please confirm if you can hear me. Kindly confirm if you can hear me. The second area is on US 100, which is this waiting for price to take out this double liquidity, equal lows kind of, or diagonal lows, and then price takes out this low for it to continue its movement in the original direction. And we are looking at a minimum of 1:14 breaks to reward on this particular trade, right? This happening is going to be a very huge in terms of wins, right? And then the last one, which is S&P 500, like I stated very early this morning, I said that for S&P 500, we would just use this as like a correlation pair, right? Because we know US 30 is bullish, US 100 is also bullish. And although we don't have a specific area of entry for S&P 500, we can as well just leave it there and use it just to track how far the market is going to go. All right, that's basically what we have this afternoon. It's a good place to ask a question if you have any question. And also thank you for joining this session either on YouTube or on Zoom. Thank you for joining. We see you tomorrow again. Tomorrow analysis will be done on DXY, yen basket, you know, dollar related pair, and also gold. All right. Until next time, cheers and God bless. Thank you everyone for joining.